Hello everybody, Double A Gaming here, and today we're hopping back into our The Three Mountains campaign as Ryukyu. In the previous episode we had actually hopped from Okinawa to the Siberian tribes, and we made a little vassal here. We temporarily took a province in Alaska, which we then gave back to the Chinook just because rebellions were becoming a problem. We finally made it to Mexico and started our conquest there. We ended the video with actually... Okay, I guess it didn't save properly, so we're still waiting for the Cholula event and an Eternal Conflicts. We solved this last episode. I really need to hit save before ending the video, but we're just waiting for the Cholula event now. I'm not doing anything until we get it. But we actually, because of the basic mission tree, we have permanent claims on like a lot of these Mexican provinces. So the second these truces are up and the second we're out of this disaster, we can basically hit the ground running. Yeah, I don't know how well it bodes for a world conquest when you're actually getting a disaster within the first 100 years, but you know. Alright, so we can swap to Nahuatl. And then going to go ahead and dev up twice. We did have a little bit of luck where we didn't have to do it more than once. That went ahead and ended the disaster, gained stability. We won't get this in time, but since I need to... Normally, like in other campaigns, I choose to lose government reform progress, but for this world conquest, part of my strategy is actually going to be swap over to a theocracy, because they can get 40 minus 40% war score cost against heathens, which would be really good for us. So I'm actually going to lose the one stability we just got. I could swap to Nahuatl monarchy, but I'm going to hold off on that for now, just because I don't want to spend the money. I'll rival Oirat, because now we're exactly where we left off before. A little bit of a strange thing that we lost like a few months of progress, but that's fine. We quickly got that back. I'm going to take this military tech. Take this religious idea. There we go. And part of the problem before is that since we're animist, our religious unity was basically nothing. Swapping to Nahuatl very much helped that. It looks like we can actually attack Atomi, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and do that as soon as because we just upgraded our infantry types. Our morale is low. Once we get some morale ticking back up, we're gonna go ahead and go for them. I want to basically take all of Mexico within the next 10-ish years, if possible. Because then, once we do that, we are just having the worst luck. I really don't want a civil war. Part of the downside of our legitimacy being so low. I could abdicate 1460, so I can abdicate or die. Oh, if our king dies, that's actually the best situation, so I'm gonna go ahead and make him. He's actually a good general too. He's been a good king, it's just now he needs to go, right? Because if we get a regency, this will get rid of this disaster, which I can't. In a world conquest, getting two back-to-back disasters would probably be a restart. The only reason we were able to deal with internal conflicts is because it didn't really affect us and it only cost some admin. And part of that was just our RNG was so terrible we get negative stability events. Thankfully, our subjects, they're now actually obedient despite being fairly numerous, but just because we have so much more tech than them, that they feel we're a lot stronger than they feel that their AI feels that we're stronger than them, which is true. Yeah, the military modifier, the military relations modifier for subjects actually does factor in tech, which is handy. There's more vassals than I really want, but gets us in a war with the Aztecs. And friends. The Aztecs and friends, apparently. So next we want to attack Mixtec. Essentially piece them out. Alright, now we can take our tier 5 government reform, which is our military doctrine. I suppose I'll choose organized military staff for reinforced speed and supply limit. Could be good once we get like really big armies. Take this battle with the Aztecs right here. We're gonna win for sure, just because our military tech is so much better than theirs. I mean, ideally, we actually take all of this land in this war, like all of it. Alright, that siege is won. We're just full carpet sieging these guys. Oh, I can get rid of war taxes now. I really don't want to be paying for that. Our inflation is worrying me a little bit. I'm actually going to pay for this guy. Actually, I'm going to pay for everyone. I can actually afford advisors now. Our economy, as you can tell, is starting to really do really good. I'm gonna keep pushing through, well, I can't actually push through admin ideas right now because I'm gonna be spending all that in coring. But I really want Deus Volt. And again, we might actually get some auto CBs, like Sunset Invasions, from the Aztec mission tree. So we'll see about that. Alright, and yep, full annex these guys. Thank you. gonna hold off on full coring for now. I'm gonna disallow them to attach and tell them all to siege. There we go. Once again, we're just gonna full siege our enemies. I can send out my explorer again. Despite our colonial range, we're not actually exploring very far, and that's because we actually sold Okinawa because we were afraid of Japan, which I think was a good decision. With Okinawa, we can take that easily later, and if we need the range to get involved with these guys, we can temporarily put a colony in over here or something. There we go, took Mexico. Fight these guys. I do want my king to die soon, just because this disaster is making me a little nervous. Go. We're in a Queen Regency. The Queen's pretty good. And that gets rid of our whole problem with legitimacy. So we're home free out of that literal disaster territory. Don't mind if I do. Bam. There we go. We're actually gonna adopt the Aztec mission tree. It'll swap our government for free, which I'm glad I didn't do that earlier, and it'll give us the government reform will give us some bonuses. I do want to see if there's any last little things right here I want to complete. Not really. Only thing I mean, we got Conquer New States, which gave us that the claims, and with, we don't need these claims because the Mexican tree will give us that. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and click it. No reason to stand on ceremony. We got forced over to Nahuatl monarchy, which is what we wanted. Get permanent claim on all of Mexico. Get a general, some army, tradition, some more claims. We can just keep running through these missions. Chart the Terror Incognita. And this allows us to head back to Asia once we're ready. So the Aztec mission tree has been a goal for a bit. We finally got that. It's giving us a lot of bonuses already, as you can tell. We've got forever until 1821. No combat penalty when landing. Normally it's 2. It's 1 instead, so not no. It's it halved it. It cut our penalty in half. We temporarily got some national unrest modifiers, infantry combat ability, and we're just gonna keep getting those a lot of bonuses there. In fact, we completed another one by doing that. We got a good theologian, so we're going to swap over to him. Alright, let's score all this land. There we go. Honestly, I'd say we don't stand on ceremony or anything, we just continue the conquest. Co-belligerate Huatek. We're not going to collaborate Quiche, though. Alright, so we get to choose a deity for our nation. We're actually going to go ahead and do Tetzelpoka. I actually wish we did that a bit sooner, but that'll be fine. There we go. Set it right over there. We're going to turn around and do the same thing in Colima. Actually, bodes really well, because if they start getting destroyed, we can actually declare on them, particularly on their little subjects. So I want to make sure that I have some ways to get over to there. I want to stack up these guys, hopefully in this province right here. Perfect. He's actually got the malice, so we actually stacked wiped them, and now we can actually full annex them. And this should complete another mission for us. There we go. So this has been moving, the mission tree has been moving our culture all over the place. And again, if I spread out these colonies, and I could actually, once again, American frontiers, they'll actually almost kind of like bomb the area with my land, so that actually could be really good for future expansion. throne. He's actually really good. There won't be any problems with Civil War. There is a Pretender. And I'm just going to let the event set there for a second. Because like negative events like this, you don't need to click them right away, right? You can actually let them sit there. They're not going to harm anything just by being there for a little bit. Alright, let's see. Oh, this dude's still Kyushian. It's funny. Combating the diseases. We unlock state privilege for the Pochita. We're probably not taking that. Yeah, in exchange for losing all that tax, we get some global prosperity growth. That's actually not bad later on, but right now we're actually still depending on our tax income quite a bit, right? But later on, once we move on to like trade, that might not be a bad idea because prosperity will increase production, which will increase trade income. So it's not bad. I'm not picking it yet. I will take the loss of army tradition. We'll gain it back. There we go. I do want a separate piece, quiche, so we're gonna go occupy his capital. Yep. I have separate piece them for now just because they're kind of just being a pain. It's not worth a protracted war with them. So Portugal is in the Caribbean. Spain is in Colombia. Provinces. I'm going to send out my missionaries to do that automatically. I might wait for a moment just to complete this mission. So it'll give me some admin, which I want. Go ahead and full annex these guys. Bam. Got another mission done. Divide and conquer. I already declared war on them. I didn't co-belligerate them because I don't want to attack all of them at once. I'm gonna buy down inflation a bit. That's why I gave out one of those privileges. It'll keep ticking up because of the gold, but you know, I don't have infinite admin, so go ahead and do that. Try to make up for some of that loss. France is exploring over here. Can I actually request a map? Central America. Damn. And I'd love to like full core this land, but I definitely can't afford it. I want a separate piece pizza when I get a second. Unless he takes 5 provinces in the Mexico region, then I can attack his colonial nation. So I don't really, like, I don't really want my land to be cut in two. I want to be able to march troops right through here. But let's see what happens. We got the Mayan frontier there, we got the Mayan highlands. We need to take that next. Yeah. Yeah. But that gives us American frontiers, which we really want. Let me see. Let's pour all this land up. What's our core creation cost right now? Minus 27 is pretty good. Let's hold off on getting it into a war with Quiche for now. That's alright, we'll take half their land and then... So now we can complete another mission right here. Let's see. Beyond the unknown. Attack with strange men. attacking Europe will be what gives us our sunset colonies, from what I understand. Guess I want to think about doing that. So that's 56 right there. And this is 67. Yeah, so yeah, I can do this. And I can take this. So we actually did enter the Great Powers list, which is perfect. One benefit of Castile actually coming over here, he's giving us colonialism early. Go ahead and start annexing these guys. Decline. Oh, we just lost a bark. That's fine though. I'll just make a new bark real quick. Or caravel now. Actually draft some ships for war as well. So this is actually potentially like the best case scenario for us because we don't have to declare one. We have to win this war, mind you. But once we do, we can take all of this land. We're probably going to be able to take at least 25 war score worth of land. I'm just saying if we can, concede colonial region. I know we can't. That's okay. So I mean, we could all but kick him out of Colombia. Obviously, we're probably not going to get 43 war score. Well, we can get a lot of war score. Probably not 43. We are going to want to. Well, we're going to want to take some of this land, basically. I'm going to send a spy over as well. Spies. I mean, so he declared war at me, but it's like I've matched him in tech, I've matched him in troops. Thanks to Nahuatl, I actually have 5 discipline on him. Well, probably not 5 discipline. Here, let me take a look. He's got morale on me, but I do have discipline on him. See what he picked for. Picked defensive, so that's where he's getting the morale from. Plus Castilian. Honestly, though, I feel fairly confident in this war, especially because he's probably not going to be able to land all 44 of his troops all at once. So even though Ming declared war on us, I think we're in a really good spot. We've almost completely conquered this entire region. I'm still nervous about like our timing for a world conquest, but I feel like if we pick up Diplo ideas, I mean, we're in the Great Power list now, and we are feeling strong, like economically. I'm very worried about inflation. Feels like it's running away a bit, but I can keep buying it down if strictly needed. Probably want to integrate some of these lovely vassals of ours, but for now they're pretty handy as like a little vassal swarm. I've been enjoying using them in the wars. In terms of navy, we're gonna need to develop that, but like we're in a good spot because like once we win this war, I feel like we can kind of swing around to start hitting American frontiers, which is why I want to make sure I have all these random colonies around. And then we could look to, I honestly think we could invade Japan. We would even be close because of Kodian. Look, like we could do that. They want a lot more flutes. But I would say for now, I'm gonna wrap up this video because we've gone a little long, but I feel like we made a really good progress. I mean, how long did we even play? It must have been just for like 10, 20 years of in-game time to grow from basically, little regional power over here to like all of Mexico. That was pretty good progress. Go ahead and hit save so we don't lose progress like we did last time. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. In the next episode, we're gonna actually finish this war with Castile, take their land. But if you like this, want to see more of this, go ahead and give me a like. It lets me know I'm doing good. If you want to see any other future campaigns in the future, any achievements or any country guides, you can let me know in the comments. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.